Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you're not new, thanks for always coming back. And guess what guys, we hit 100 subscribers. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and always tuning in. So let's get into today's video. I know it's been a while. I crave your indulgence and I'm so sorry. Because why would I starve you all of content for this long? I sincerely don't have any excuse exactly, but all I can say is that life has been lifing and it has been a lot juggling every aspect of my life, physical, spiritual, makeup, content creation and every other thing. It has just been happening at the same time. Like my friend said, I will quote him. He said life after NYC is real life. All the one where I did do before na fake life. So I do not know I was living fake life before, but real life has me in a chokehold. But I thank God for where I am and I'm just going to get right into it. So I'm going to take you from scratch to finish every single thing. I just want to show you my whole routine. This is very beginner friendly and I hope you enjoy it. To be very candid and very honest, one of the major reasons why I wasn't creating content, which is crazy because I always like to tell myself that the engagements don't make me, but in this past month my engagements have been very bad, like very bad compared to what it used to be. Like recently it has been very bad and that just discouraged me from putting out anything, and I don't know if that's bad. I mean, that's bad. I shouldn't let the engagement determine how I feel about my art or if I'm making art or not. Like, I said this thing before on my Instagram story and it's so sad that I am defaulting at my own preaching. Like, what? But I guess that's life. I'm only human. So the terrible engagement is the major reason I haven't put out any content in a while. But these days I've been feeling very motivated regardless of the terrible engagements, and I hope they get better. But I'm trying to master not paying attention to the engagements because they're really just numbers at the end of the day. So I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. So get ready to see more of me. Fingers crossed, by the special grace of God. Get ready to see more of me. So I like to start with a clean face before I start with my base. See how musty and dusty. Mind you, this is evening time. I've been up and doing the whole day, so I start with a clean face. So I'm just taking a wipe and wiping off whatever debris or sunscreen I have on. So yeah, after which I go right into skin prep. You'll see. So depending on your skin type, tailor your skin prep to your skin type. But for me, I am a dry girl. I have dry skin, so everything in my skin prep is hydrating. So first I go in with a rose water spray. This is really just to set the mood and let everything sink in proper. I like to put stuff behind my hand first. I have a mixing palette, but I actually never use it and end up using my hand. And I also prefer to do skin prep with my hand as opposed to using a brush or a beauty sponge. I think the beauty sponge is actually kind of weird, but people use beauty sponge for their skin prep. But I would rather use my hand so it can sink in properly. So moisturizer is on. Depending on the time of day, after moisturizing, I would normally go in with sunscreen, a very hydrating sunscreen. But it's night time now, I'm not about to wear sunscreen, so I will just go straight to primer. Remember, we're keeping it as simple as possible. So for primer, remember what I said about being a dry girl, so I don't apply everywhere, I just apply my T-zone where it can get oily. One of the major struggles I face as a creator here in Nigeria is the electricity situation. Like, those are one of the things that discourage me to shoot, because I have to wait for light or one thing or the other, and the price of fuel is crazy. So I'll blend this out with my hands. Before I go in with foundation, after color correcting, I like to set everywhere I've color corrected with powder. That gives it gives a more flawless application of foundation. I saw it on Instagram, and ever since I started doing it, I love the results, and I just kept doing it. On Instagram, I'm currently doing a series where social media logos pick my makeup, like my eye look. So if you want to see what that is going like, you can check my Instagram at Angel. I did a series like it earlier this year, but that one was inspired by Nigerian telecom, like the logos, like MTN, Glow, blah 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 blah. The logos inspired my eyeshadow look. You can also check that out on my Instagram page. I think I'll just put the link in the description box so you can check that out. So now I'm just blending out my foundation. It blends like butter. You know, the thing with makeup, you have to invest in good products. It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. There are affordable good products, but just make sure you're using good stuff, because the quality of your product determines the outcome of your whole look. After foundation, I like to do contour and blush first before I do concealer. I can't explain it, but that's just the sequence in which I like to go. It just works better for me that way. So I do my contour first, then I add like liquid blush, then concealer last, and I'll show you. So I'll blend the contour first, then the blush. When blending your contour, you want to, like the one on your forehead, you want to blend into your hairline and not outside. So you blend your forehead contour into your hairline, and the one here into under your chin. This is just to give depth to your face. I find that when I'm blending contour, I always try to smile. I don't know why, it just happens for contour and blush, because I want to see the definition. I want to see my cheekbones as I'm blending, so I always smile, so I know I'm blending it in the right spot. Then using this smaller brush, I hope you can see it, then I blend my nose contour, because the one I used to blend my cheeks is too big. I need something more precise, so I don't scatter the product everywhere. I just want to blend it where it is and keep it in the same place and not move it around too much. The thing with nose contour is you don't want to move it around too much. You want to blend it in place. That's why I'm using a precise brush. It's giving snatched already. Now we'll move over to blush. When I use a sponge, I always like it damp. I always use a damp sponge because I find that works better than a dry sponge. See how well blended that is? Like the blush blends into the contour. That's why I like to do contour first. Like everything will just blend together. You can do it in any other that you want, but this is what I prefer, and you can give it a go and stick with what works for you. Now that I am done blending that, I would move to concealer. I think this is my favorite part. I saw a hack on Instagram that you shouldn't use the wand to apply directly to your forehead because it leaves a line, and that is so true. So what I would do is the bit I want to use on my forehead, I would apply at the back of my hand, then take my beauty blender, blend it at the back of my hand like so, and then blend on my forehead. It gives a seamless application and it looks very good, and it doesn't leave that annoying mark like if I drew it on with the wand of the concealer. I find that this works very well, so I have been using it ever since I came across it on Instagram. We really learn a lot from Instagram, really. So to get that snatched nose, you have to blend your concealer into like the edges of your nose. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll show you when I'm blending the other side, sha. Then I use the remaining product that is left on the brush to do below my cheekbone. I don't like putting product there. I just use the leftover on my beauty sponge. And we are good. So what I meant by blending it into your nose is this. You don't just blend here and drag it. You blend and drag to the edge of your nose. Like you want to set your nose but with concealer. So like so, I'm blending, then I drag to the edge of my nose. Just for that snatched nose. You see that there is concealer there now. So my base is done. So we're done with all the cream products now, so we're moving from cream to powder. Once you apply your powder product, cream should not go on it again because you tend to move it around. So you move from cream product to powdered product. So we're done with the cream aspect. Let's get to the powders. When it comes to setting and baking, I use two powders. One is like banana colored. This one is actually cinnamon, but I said banana because of the color. This one, and then this white one. You would see why. So this banana color is better for dark skin, and it doesn't give flashback. So I go ahead to set, and it also gives like a brighter finish. I go in a second time without dusting off the excess to bake my face. Then I set the whole of my face with translucent powder. While the whole baking powder like sits in, I would bronze my face using this palette. Then every part that I've contoured, I would bronze those areas. Bronzer is on. We move to blush. Remember, we're moving from cream to powder. So I already did cream blush, so I'm moving to powder blush, and this is my favorite makeup product in the world. I love blush. No such thing as too much blush. So this and this. Now that I'm done with that, it's time to blend out the baking powder. Let me show you what I'm doing. Let me not just do it. So I'm using this, then I dust off the excess, then I'll press in the powder. I would use a bigger brush without any powder to just dust off the excess. That is that. I hope people can see. Next up is what? Drum roll, please. Highlighter. I thought I was going to be able to film my whole look, but I don't think that's going to be possible because I am shooting with batteries and not light. There's no light, and I can't tell how long the batteries will stay for. So I'm going to just do my skin work, and I'll do my eyes off camera, and then I'll be back. So let's get back to highlighter. I would use this one. Then using this powder brush, I would blend out everything with powder of my skin tone. And we're done with the base. This is everything that I do for my base, and it always comes out looking very good. So permit me to do my eyes off camera, and I will be right back. So I'm back, and now that my eyes are done, sorry, I'm trying to set the camera. So now that my eyes are done, we have just some finishing touches, my lips, and we are done. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I really thought I was going to be able to film the whole process, but the odds were really against me. I'm having space issues, my lights will soon go out, like everything was just like, see why I haven't put out content in a while. These things get on my nerves literally, but I would put aside every distraction and make sure I put out content. So here I am. I've come to the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful in one way or the other if you're trying to learn how to do your makeup and how to apply it. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for always sticking with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.